Hey girls, so we are going to continue working on our Beaver Lodge art today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are still a couple lessons ahead of my group in school, but that's okay because they did this today, and so now you got to kind of catch up with what they're doing in school. So we're going to be playing this back and forth game, trying to keep you guys all on the same page. But so you guys worked on your beaver lodges and they look beautiful. You did such a great job. And so today we're going to add another couple of steps to the beaver lodge. All right, so I'm going to show, well, actually, what I want you to do first, before I show you what we're going to do, is you're going to go on a stick hunt. Okay, yes, you know, Mrs. Lewis, I love sticks, right? You're going to go on a stick hunt. And you're going to go find sticks that are this big. How big? About the size of your finger big. You're going to compare the sticks that you find to your finger. Okay, you do not want them to be much bigger than your finger. Now, your finger starts here at this knuckle and goes all the way to the tip, okay? Now, my sticks are a bit smaller than my finger, but I have much bigger fingers than your small fingers, okay? So my sticks are about the length of your little fingers, and that's exactly the size that we need. So that's what you gotta do first. So you gotta go outside and you gotta find sticks. Now, if you find a really, really big stick, break it into little pieces. This is really good for your fingers, okay? Breaking sticks, it's really good for building that strength in your hands and all those muscles and that fine motor skills, all right? Try not to get sticks that are too thick. This is about as thick as you want to go, okay? Actually just as fat as your finger. So just as long as your finger and just as fat as your finger. But I wouldn't go too much bigger than that because then it will just look kind of clunky. All right, so that's pretty good size. Here's another one. Here's another one, right? Nice little sticks. I even like these. These are cute. All right, so you need to go outside, bundle up because it's cold out. We went outside and gathered little twigs like this. These are from ones that we gathered today. Probably for about 20 minutes, we gathered sticks as a group, all of us together, to make sure that we all had enough. So that's your job now. So go get dressed, pause this video, go get dressed, and come back when you've got all of your sticks. And it's okay if they're a little wet. No big deal. All right, go do that. Okay, very good. Now that you have your sticks, I need you to get your beaver lodge drawing out from yesterday. I'm going to need you to get your colored pencils or crayons out. And I'm also going to need you to get some glue. Okay? All right. Good job. You got all of your materials. We are going to complete this project, or try to complete this project today. So what we are going to do, and I'm going to show you, I left my web camera at school, and it doesn't really matter because it doesn't like to stand up anymore. I've dropped it too many times. But I'm going to have my daughter come in a minute and move my laptop to show you like my hand view of what we're doing. But for right now, I'm going to hold this up. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the sticks. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? It makes it look like a real beaver lodge because we're putting real sticks on it, right on top of our X's. And we can still see our amazing, awesome X's, but now they just kind of look more like mud, right? So that's really cool. But it looks like sticks still and mud and all that, but I wanted to add a real natural element to our beaver lodge. So that is what I did, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Sky, can you come here, please? Not you, Sky, my Sky. Alright, I need you to tip this I think. Yeah, that's good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get that glue. All right, we're going to open it up. Hopefully it comes out good. And we're going to put a pretty good amount of glue over our X's. We want pretty good amount of glue, especially if your twigs are a little on the wet side. Okay? And then you're going to start placing twigs over and around each other onto your beaver lodge. Okay? And you can use ones like this too that make it look really realistic, right? Maybe I'm gonna stick that baby like right in there. It's okay if the branch comes out a little bit into the living space, because that will happen naturally in a real beaver lodge anyway. We just don't want to take up all the living space. All right, and you're just gonna keep going around and around, making X's and weaving them over and around each other. The more you put, the better. And don't forget to do the middle too, because the beaver's floor here is also made out of sticks. No, I didn't glue that yet, but I will. But I want you to get the general idea of what we're doing here. Stop wiggling that. So I'm going to do that. All right, now let's tip that back up. Now, if you have little pieces of bark or whatever, that can go in there because a beaver would use bark. If you have pine needles, like old dried up pine needles, a beaver would probably scoop those up with mud. Just remember that you want to keep your pieces small. I really wouldn't let those sticks be any longer than the length of your finger, okay? And you want to keep it. Beavers are really neat. They're really precise about where they place everything, so you should be too, okay? Keep in mind you don't want to cover the living space too much. And so this is what I would like you to do right now, okay? I would like you to take the next, 15, 20 minutes or so to, if you need to make your sticks even smaller, go ahead and make your sticks smaller and do what I just did for this step. Pause. Okay. Now, we're almost done. I bet your lodge looks great. I cannot wait to see the pictures. I was excited to see what I saw today on Seesaw. It's hard because I'm doing this step by step with you, but I don't know how you did because I can't see you doing it until later. You know, when I have the little ones in class and I make this big giant dome, they might make one that's a little tiny thing, and I can say, oh, you got to make that bigger, you know? So, but yours looked really good. So I'm going to get my crayons out now, or my colored pencils. I like to use colored pencils. And we're going to spend a little bit of time labeling. Now I have to write upside down so you can see it the right way, or I might have to go on the other side of the camera. I don't know. But we're going to spend a little bit of time doing some labeling. So I want you to get I need you to stay. I'm going to need you to get a pencil. And then when you're done with your pencil, I want you to go over your writing with either a black colored pencil or a black marker, because sometimes it's hard to see pencil. So we'll write it in pencil first. Okay, we will write it in pencil first, but then we're going to go over that writing. Maybe Mom can do that for you with a dark. And I'm going to use dark right now so you can see mine. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of labeling because that's what scientists do. Okay, so Skyla's going to lift again, and I'm going to make sure that you can see. Oh, I think you can see everything. Okay, good. So this is called the dome roof of a beaver lodge. Okay, the dome roof. And I actually do have to go this way a little bit because I can't really write upside down. So what we're going to do is, I think you can see me, is we're going to just kind of draw a line coming out of the dome roof. Okay? Just like that. And now I'm going to go over here to the left because when we write, we always write from left to right. Okay? And I'm going to start writing the word dome. And I'm going to have you help me. So dome. D, 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 d. Let's write an uppercase D. Ready? So we're going to go down, back up, and around. D. What comes after D in dome? D. O. Make a nice little O. Make sure that you're having your letters and your words touch a little bit, okay? Do, or have them really, really, really close to each other at least, if they're not touching. Dome. And why is that O saying its name? D-ome. You got it. King Ed's at the end. All right. So notice how I wrote my letters really close to each other. That's the word dome. Okay? That's one word. So now I need to give that word some space, kind of like our social distancing, right? We got to give that word some space. So now when I start to write roof, I'm going to move my pencil over a little bit. Now I'm going to write roof. Ready? Let's write roof. Let's do an uppercase R for roof. Why not? We have to practice our uppercase letters. So we're going to go down for R. Then we're going to lift our pencil, go back up to the top, go halfway around, and then kick out. Okay? Oof. How do I write ooh? That's right. That's how I write ooh. 2 O's. Okay? Roof. Bite your lip when you say that last sound. Roof. Good. That's a nice big F. There we go. Boom. Tall F. Lowercase f. Dome, roof. We just wrote one label. Okay, let's write another label. How about we write a label for this one? What is this called? This is called the floor, right? The floor of the lodge. So let's do the same thing again. We're going to have a little line that comes out, okay? And that's going to connect our label to whatever it is that we're labeling. All right, and we're going to write floor. Floor. Bite your lip. Bite your lip. Make an F. Ready? Full. Yep. Full. Now this is one of those weird words, so I want you to write what you hear. Okay? I want you to write what you hear. This is an English word that you'll learn about when you're a little bit older. Ready? Say floor. What do you hear? You hear an O and an R. That's right. Or maybe I won't bite that baby, says that growly dog. Okay? Floor. That's perfectly acceptable for kindergarten. That's what I want to see from you guys. This is going to tell me that you are writing and reading and hearing the sounds that are in words. English breaks all kinds of word rules. It's very annoying. So I want to see this floor from you. Okay. Now let's label the in and the out. Okay, because this is an in and an out, and this is an in and out. So let's label an in and an out. Let's make this one the in entrance. So I'm going to draw a little line right there, and then we're going to write the word in right above that line. Are you ready? Let's write the word in. Eh, 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 eh. What letter says eh? There we go. Eh. Now say in. There we go. There. And all this line is just to connect the word in to what we're pointing at, what we're labeling. And so if we wrote in on that side, this side is the out. Okay? Let's write out. Let's write out. Let's draw another line. Let me move my markers out of here. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's write out. What two letters say ow? Ow. It's going to be O. If you're saying O-W, you're absolutely right. O-W does say ow. But for this one, it's O-U. So let's put O. U. We make that baby's arm going up in the air, and then we just give her a little stick to lean on. Say out. There we go. Make that T. Out. So we have the in. We have the out. We have the floor. We have the dome roof. Okay? There are other things on here that you can label, and I would like you to label them yourselves. Maybe you can label sticks and logs. Maybe you can label the water. Okay? Here's another thing that you can do that I would like you to do. We have these little beaver cutouts that I made. And I just colored them in. But some kids said that they didn't want to use those, that they wanted to draw the beaver in themselves. I give everybody the option. Obviously, you guys are going to have to draw them in yourselves unless you have a printer at home where you can print these off from. And you just type in beaver outline and click on images, and then there they are. And you can glue them into your, this one's actually like standing up, and this one's like crawling up. So you can glue them inside so we can show that that is the living space. And so I would like you to continue to label a few things, either sticks or logs or water, living space, whatever it is that you feel you need to label, go for it. If you used rocks, label rock. If you used, pine cones, some kids today found little baby pine cones, label pine cones. And I think this is a beautiful, beautiful design that shows what a lodge is like for our little beaver. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I know you guys are getting super, super good at reading and writing and decoding words, which is awesome, and this is another great way to do it. And, one other thing that we did today, too, I forgot to tell you, was we counted all the twigs that we used. It's a little hard to count them, but give it a go. Maybe after you've got them all glued, maybe you can. I had one little guy today count all the way to 66. So he did a really good job. He counted all the way to 66, and then he wanted it to be 70, so we kept on. He added a few more to get to 70. And so go ahead and count how many sticks you needed to use to cover your dome roof and your beaver lodge floor. All right, and I cannot wait to see these. They are going to be beautiful if they're anything like what I already saw today. So I hope you have fun, and see you soon. Bye.